Good morning, students. In this video lecture, I will be talking about the topic from the Corporate Strategy Unit 4, that is functional implementation. Moving on from where we started off, we are now at the major themes in the strategy implementation, that is achieving effectiveness. The effectiveness of an organization can be achieved through two major implementation. The first one is functional implementation and the second one is the operational implementation. In this video lecture, I will be talking in detail about the functional implementation. Moving on to the introductory part of the functional strategies, plans, and the policies. Functional strategies are carried out through an functional and the operational implementation. Functional implementation is done through the functional plans and the policies in the different functional areas. In this presentation, I'll be discussing about the functional strategies and then the functional plans and the policies. Basically, what are functional strategies? Functional strategies deal with relatively restricted time designed to achieve the objectives in a specific functional area, allocation of resources among different operations within that functional area, and coordination among the different functional areas for optimal contribution to the achievement of the business as well as the corporate level objectives. Moving on to the example, which will serve to make you all understand how the functional strategies are derived from business strategies. Suppose a firm adopts the cost leadership business strategy for one of its businesses. All the activities and resources should now be focused on developing low cost products and reducing the cost of operations. When all the functional areas of marketing, finance, operations, personnel, and information management contribute in their own special ways to the objectives of developing a low cost structure and reducing the cost, then the business strategy of cost leadership is likely to be successful. Again, if a differentiation business strategy is adopted, then all the functional areas should focus on creating differentiation in terms of the product or the service that is valued by the customer. Moving on to the two types of fit which will originate from the functional implementation. A key task of strategy implementation is to align or fit the activities and the capabilities of an organization with its strategies. Strategies operate at different levels, and there has to be a congruence and coordination among all these strategies. So, moving on to the vertical fit. What is basically a vertical fit? When a lower level strategy, such as the functional strategy, is aligned with the higher level strategy, in this case, the business strategy, we can say the vertical fit takes place. The consideration of the vertical fit leads us to defining the functional strategies in terms of their capability to contribute to create strategic advantage for the organization. Second is horizontal fit. The different functional areas of marketing, finance, operations, personnel, and information management should be integrated. The operational activities performed in each of these areas should also be integrated. Vertical fit calls for the functional plans and the policies and their integration, whereas the horizontal fit requires the operational implementation. The concepts of vertical and the horizontal fit are quite like that of synergy. The notion of fit actually leads to synergy. Operational implementation is the approach adopted by an organization to achieve operational effectiveness. When an organization performs value creating activities optimally and in a better way than its competitors can perform, it results in operational effectiveness. Value chain binds the disparate activities that different departments perform, much in a manner that horizontal fit does. Additionally, the ideas of vertical fit and the horizontal fit help us to explain why integration is necessary for the different subsets of functional strategies. Moving on to the diagrammatic representation of the vertical fit and the horizontal fit. Here you can establish that the dotted arrows are referred to as the horizontal fit, which is between the different departmental areas, whereas the vertical fit is the complete arrows which are between the different levels. That is from the corporate level to the business level to the functional level, and vice versa. Moving on to the nature of functional plans and the policies. Functional strategies defined in terms of functional plans and policies and tactics helps in implementing the business strategies which are made within the guidelines set at the higher levels. Now the question comes, why the functional plans and policies are needed? The strategic decisions are implemented by all the parts of the organization. Second, there is a basis available for controlling the activities in the different functional areas of the business. Third reason is the time spent by the functional managers in decision making is reduced as plans lay down clearly what is to be done and the policies provide discretionary framework within which the decisions are to be taken. Fourth, similar situations occurring in different functional areas are handled in a consistent manner by the functional managers, and the coordination across the different functions takes place wherever necessary. And the last reason is coordination across the different functions takes place where it is necessary. Now, the development of the functional plans and the policies. The development of the functional plans and policies is aimed at making strategies formulated at the top management level practically feasible at the functional level. The process of development of the functional plans and policies, whether formal or informal, is similar to that for strategy formulation. The process of the development of functional plans and policies may range from the formal to the informal. In this slide, you can see the configuration of the functional plans and the policies, where the integration of the functional plans and policies is possible with the interrelationship between all the functional areas, starting from the financial plans and policies, operation plans and policies, personal plans and policies, information management plans and policies, and the last one is the marketing plans and policies. I'll be discussing in detail each of the functional areas and how it is helpful in configuration of all these. The first one is the financial plans and policies. The financial plans and policies of an organization are related to the sources of funds, usage of the funds, management of the funds, and the cash management. The second is with respect to the marketing plans and policies. Plans and policies related to the marketing have to be formulated and implemented on the basis of the four P's of marketing, that is, product, price, place, distribution, and promotion. The third is the operational plans and the policies. The plans and policies for the operations are related to the production system, operational planning and control, and research and development. Operation plan and policies are classified into the three components of the production system: operations planning and control, and research and development. A strategy of expansion through related diversification, for instance, affects what products are offered to which market and how these markets are served. The fourth one is the personal plans and the policies. Personal, or you can, in other words, we can say human resource management plans and policies relate to the personal system, organizational and employee characteristics, and industrial relations. Personal system plans and policies related to the personal system deal with the factors like manpower planning, selection, development, compensation, communication, appraisal, and retention. Whereas organizational and employee characteristics include the factors such as corporate image, quality of the managers, staff and workers, perception about and image of the organization as an employer. Third is the industrial relations. The plans and policies related to the industrial relations deal with the issues such as union management relationship, collective bargaining, safety, welfare and security, and employee satisfaction and morale. The fifth one is the information management plans and the policies. Information capability factors relate to the design and the management of the flow of information within and from outside into an organization. The value of information as an intangible resource and a source of strategic advantage is recognized by the organization. It includes the factors related to the acquisition and retention of information. Second, it includes the factors related to processing and the synthesis of information, factors related to the retrieval and usage of information, and the factors related to the transmission and dissemination of information. That's all for today's video lecture. Thank you so much, students, for the patient listening.